Someone told me an amazing story this past weekend. We're going to make a video. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Butts, and I'm a doctor of dental surgery. And this channel is all about health and wellness for you to be healthy and wealthy. All right. I heard an amazing story this weekend, and just bear with me for a second because I got to get it out. I feel it deep in my cockles of my soul, and I want to share it with you. All right. So, my barber was watching a basketball game at the local health spa. Okay. What's it? LA Fitness, right? Guys are playing basketball, and in the game, a big guy on one team was checking, was fouling a littler guy on the other team. He did it multiple times. That the barber was like, yeah, he's checking him. Ooh, he checked him hard right there. Oh, I gotta do it like that. Okay. The little guy said, and when I say little guy, don't picture like Davy and like Goliath. No. It was just a smaller person than the big person, all right? So the little guy says, hey man, you're doing too much. Let's square up. Big guy said, okay. Now, my barber was like, wait a minute. Whoa, you're not gonna let this happen because that guy's a big guy and that guy's a literal guy and you shouldn't let this happen. That big guy's gonna kill that little guy. Nope. The teams are like, nope, let's let him square up. This is in the gym. Okay, all right. They squared up, all right? Little guy got his hands up, big guy got his hands up. Big guy threw a jab cross. Hit little guy, 1-2. And the little guy just ate it up like it was an apple. Just ate it, right? And then it was almost like the little guy's turn. He gets up on him and he just beat this big guy up. Made him bloody, lip bloody, nose bloody. After that little quick flurry and melee, now they're both still squared up. And the little guy says, you want some more? Big guy said, no, I'm good, I'm done. The big guy went and grabbed his stuff, gathered up his stuff, and left the gym. Now, other people left the gym because they were thinking that the big guy was gonna come back with the gun and shoot everybody, because I guess that's a normal thing to happen. That's a normal thing, I guess. It's a little bit too normal that everyone knew to run out of the gym because this big guy's coming back with the gun. That's just not good, right? So anyway, the little guy had his girlfriend there and his friends there. Big guy left. Wanna keep playing? Everybody said, yeah. They kept playing. Played on, okay? Now, let me just say scene, because that's all that happened. That's all that happened, was that the little guy said, hey, that's too much. They fought about it. Big guy kind of lost, I guess, or realized that, he was wrong or whatever, got bloodied, and he left, and he didn't hurt anybody. Now, what an amazing story if we could settle our differences just like that. Can you believe that these two guys lived? That is the best part of the story. Those guys lived. They didn't kill each other. It was a black man. It was another black man. It could have been a black on black crime, but that's not what happened. Now, can you imagine if nations did this, right? Check this out. Let's say we'll take the United States, easy enough, right? And we'll take China, something like that, okay? Now imagine if they said, look, we've got some differences, but the first thing that we're gonna agree to, the number one thing that we're gonna agree to, is that we're not gonna kill each other. What? We're not gonna kill each other? No. We'll settle we'll try to get the contracts and the lands and all the disputes that we have, we'll try to get them as lined up as possible, but where the parts where we still disagree on, well, maybe we could have like a gladiator contest. And then the gladiator, you send your best guy, I'll send my best guy. They get into some kind of ring or an octagon or something like that, or maybe just a ring because the UFC is the only one that can own the octagon, just so you know, all right? So anyway, can you imagine if that's how disputes were settled for the world? Can you imagine? Now, I told the basketball story to a friend of mine, and they said, okay, I can see that. But maybe the reason why that didn't end up with shooting or killing is because they both had gym memberships, which means a couple things. It means that probably both of them have jobs. They probably have some responsibilities and duties that they have to carry out on a daily basis. And a gym membership, you gotta have a bank account. And your bank account has gotta be able to be drawn from automatically. You're not paying every time you go to the gym, no. So these guys have responsibilities. They got things that are important to them in their lives, and that's great. And maybe it could have been a different story if they were on the street playing street ball, and maybe there was one that was with less responsibilities, with less things that if I kill somebody or hurt somebody tragically, the consequences aren't as bad because they could either get away with it or they've already been to jail and they're just going back home. But anyway, all I'm saying is that, can you believe that violence is a healthy thing? Because what happened? The big guy, well, he wasn't checking or fouling anybody anymore that day, one. Two, more than likely the big guy is gonna say, you know, I was fouling and checking this guy badly in this other game and I got beat up over that. Like in a fair and square got beat up. And maybe it would change his attitude or demeanor for the game, because really, just play basketball, man, just play a game. I get accidents happen, absolutely, but watch yourself, watch your arms, watch your feet, just play a decent game because everybody just wants to play. Because life is all about living it together, living it in unity, in harmony. Not that that can happen all the time, but certainly we don't have to kill each other because we have disagreements. That was my short little video right there, guys. What do you think about violence being healthy for you? What do you think about it? Oh, you know what? There's this guy named Jordan Peterson. And the little guy, he did a very, very manly act. He completely disregarded his own size to the big guy. Well, maybe he knew how to fight and he was just like, I could take this big guy. But like a man, he really said, hey, you know, he checked me like one more time, or maybe as he's getting checked hard or being fouled hard, he said, man, if he does this one more time, I'm gonna have to do something about it. I'm gonna have to stop it. So it happened. And then he said, wait, whoa. Hey man, you're doing too much. And he stopped it in his way, in the most noble, manly, humanistic way. Yes, it was violence. Yes, I mean, we are attracted to violence. That is what our animal human race species is. I mean, that's why the UFC and boxing, and now there's a bare knuckle boxing tournament or group that's fighting now, and those arenas are packed with people that want to see violence. I want to see it. I want to see it, yes. Anyway, Jordan Peterson said, it is not noble to be weak. It's not noble to say, oh no, I wouldn't hurt him because it's not a good manly thing. Well, check the person that says I wouldn't hurt him. The question is, would you be able to hurt someone else, to stop them from doing something that you don't want them to do because they are wronging you, they're coming into your space too much? So Jordan Peterson would say, it is best to be a monster. And the real nobility is the person that can go crazy, go nuts, monster, terrible, but he has that ability, but he does not display that. And then he's actually being benevolent. That would be a king. That would be a ruler, someone that can actually make violent acts or decisions, carry them out if they must, but certainly have them in the background should they need to pull it out. And that's really it. That's really it. So look, young men, please take care of yourselves. Of course, taking care of yourself always involves good sleep, good food, good exercise, detoxification, and a mental behavior that you can work with on a daily basis. That always is going to be your number one, taking care of yourself. But once you're taking care of yourself, then you can take care of others. So I gently say, be a monster, but reserve it. Be a monster only when the monster needs to come out. Be good to one another. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Hey, what do you think about violence? What do you think about what I just said? Were you there at that fight? Because I wasn't there. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe. We'll talk about some other things later.